we headed to Paris, France, to do shows. For the first time in my life, I was very excited. Always wanted to perform in Paris, didn't know what it would be, but can I tell you? Paris is everything they tell you it is. It is easily one of the most romantic cities I have ever been to in my life. I fell in love 1,000 times. I was by myself, it didn't matter. Yeah. Every night it was just me and those bed bugs, baby. I really enjoyed Paris because, I got to meet Parisians in person. Not stereotypes, not things that you're told about them. No, actually meet French people, learn about them from them. And I learned some truly amazing things. For instance, the French have a very different relationship with work than the rest of us, all right? In that they don't give a shit about it. Which honestly I found inspiring. Yeah, I feel like a lot of us have become a little too attached to our work, We identify with our work. Have you ever asked somebody just randomly, be like, hey, tell me about yourself? And they'll be like, well, I'm an architect, and tell me about yourself. Well, I own a hair salon, and tell me about yourself. Well, I'm a teacher, and tell me about yourself. And people will tell you about what they do. It's become the thing that people focus on. The French don't do that. No. You'll never meet a French person who does that. You go up to a French person, you'll be like, excuse me, what do you do? Be like, oh, me, I go for walks with my friends, and, I like to, eat good food. And you're like, no. What do you do for a living? It's like, for a living, pardon, okay, for a living, okay. No, I breathe, and, I drink water, and, of course I have to make love, It's just a different way to be, man. Not being so attached to your work. It was lovely. I learned this because when I flew to Paris, my luggage was lost, right? Yeah, landed in the airport and bags were gone, didn't arrive. I discovered this obviously at the carousel, which is one of those shitty things that airlines do to you. Right? They know your bags are not coming. Yeah, they know where your bag is every single moment. But they don't tell you. They let you stand there like an idiot with hope in your heart. They could literally come to your seat before you take off and just be like, it's not coming. Spoiler alert. But they don't. They let you take off with all that joy like an idiot. Whee! I landed in Paris. I thought it was the beginning of a great trip. I was skipping around. I had my full luggage swag. And I was like, I'm gonna get my bags, go into Paris, start exploring. Got to the carousel. I was like, full luggage swag. That's right. Let me get my luggage, everybody. I was like, excuse me. Make some space, please. I would also like to lean over the carousel. It makes the bags come quicker. Come on, lucky bag. I had full luggage swag. Bags started coming out. I was standing there judging them. Who still uses Samsonite? Where's my bag? Bags going around. And then new bags stopped coming out. I started worrying. And then at some point there were fewer and fewer bags. And I was like, oh, my bag's not coming. And I realized my bag hadn't arrived. It was terrible. I had the same feeling I had as a child when my mom would forget me at school. The exact same feeling. I was just standing at the carousel. I felt like I was that kid, 10 years old again, just like, no, Mr. Wilkinson, it's fine. You can go. My mom's gonna come. Don't worry, you can go home. She's coming. She wouldn't forget me. No, she's probably dead somewhere right now. She's probably in a ditch, lying dead. She forgot me. She'd forget me occasionally. And then I'd have to walk home. It was like an hour walk. And I'd get home. And she'd always have the same reaction when I walked into the house. Because my mom worked from home. And so she'd have like a little computer where she'd be typing away, and I'd walk into the house and I'd close the door, be like, always the same reaction. She'd be like, no, baby, no. Oh, what time is it? And I'll be like, it's too late. I'm not gonna lie, I hated being forgotten at school, but I savored those moments. Because it wasn't any sweat, to be honest. Like, I liked walking, you know. It's not like I was stressed on the walk. Oh, I'd be kicking stones, singing on the way back, and then I'd get to the house and I'd be like, no, wait a minute. I loved it, because that was the one moment when I was allowed to give my mom unlimited attitude with no repercussions. None. Yeah, because when I was a kid, you couldn't just be like give attitude to your parents. Like, I wasn't a white child, you know what I mean? You couldn't. I had to watch myself. But when she messed up, ooh, I loved it. I'd walk in, she'd be like, oh, can you forgive me, baby? I'd be like, I'll think about it. So now, I had to find somebody to help me. I look around. There's an older French gentleman standing on the side. Gray hair, rosy cheeks, short little guy with glasses. And so I walked over to him, and he was wearing a red vest. And in French, it read, information. And then underneath in English said, information. I was like, phew. Bonjour, hello, hi. He's like, oh, hello, bonjour. I said, English, French? He said, English, yeah, oui. I said, okay, could you help me, please? My luggage didn't arrive. I would like to know, what do I need to do? He's like, oh, the luggage didn't come. If you go fine for that one, maybe you can put you, because different flight airline can be put on different ones. So you have to try to maybe go on different. Maybe they will come for tracking, look inside the app, and that one you can be fine for you, because it's not the more different ones, because we are not in control with the airport, but these different ones they are put in for the airline, they are in control, so maybe you can choose for that one. I was like, okay. All right, let's try French. Let's see what happens. Finally, we figured it out. He sent me off to a special area where you go and, I guess, make a report. And when I get there's another French guy who's behind the counter, much younger, right? He was like maybe Algerian, Moroccan of descent, but very French, cool guy. And he's behind the counter helping someone. He's like, okay, thank you very much, thank you. Next, please. And I walk up and like, hey, man. He's like, hey, what's going on, my brother? How are you, man? What's up with you? What's up? I was like, I need your help, please. My luggage, it didn't come. It's lost. He's like, oh, no, dude, your luggage didn't come. Oh, man. Did you look for it? So what? Yeah, that's the first thing I did. What, do you think I'm just here for company? Well, of course that's what he's like, oh, no, just checking. Okay, so the bag is gone, it's totally, I'm like, yeah, it's gone. He's like, oh, man, that sucks, man. I'm so sorry for you, man. That's terrible. Yeah, so what do you want to do now? So what do I want to do? I said, well, I would like you to do something, like can we like make a report or something? He's like, okay, yeah. You want to make some paperwork or something? It's for your insurance, so they can pay you for it. I said, no, it's so that you can find it and bring it to me. He's like, oh no, don't worry, man, don't worry. We are not going to find it. No, man. No, don't worry about that. No, you know, it's Paris, man. When the bags are gone, they are probably gone. Yeah, they don't ever pop up. Sometimes if you are lucky, but if it's not here by now, it's probably gone, you know. It's Fridays, there are some strikes, you know, just you can leave. Don't even stress yourself. You can go. It's like, don't even stress myself. Yo, this is my luggage. This is like all my clothes. He's like, yeah, but you are in Paris, you need clothes? This is Paris, man. Come on, Paris, go and buy some clothes. What's wrong with you, man? Chill. He was so confident, he made me feel like I was wrong. Like, I doubted myself. I walked away and I was like, am I wrong? Am I too attached to my luggage? He wasn't lying. Paris does have a great selection of clothing. I had to go and buy clothes because I had nothing for my shows, for anything. And if you ever do go to Paris, take some extra money for the clothes shopping. It's amazing. And try and also pack an extra pair of self-esteem. Yeah, you'll need it when you shop with the French. because they're not your friends. Yeah, I've never been to a country where you are truly on your own when you're shopping. Like you walk into a store, nobody helps you, nothing. You don't know who works there, you don't know who's doing anything. Literally, it's like undercover employee. You're just walking around. It's like 20 minutes, nobody helped me. And then finally I started picking my own clothes. And then I heard like an annoyed voice behind me. It was like, can I help you? I was like, hi, yes, I need to get a few clothes, please. My luggage was lost. And then Detroit, I got roasted more than I've ever been roasted in my life. Ever. I got roasted. Everything I chose came with a scathing review. I was like, yeah, could I please get this in a medium? He's like, medium? No, you mean large or extra large, no? Yeah, no, this one is the medium for your body. I don't think so, no? I was like, I'm sorry, what? He's like, no, yeah, I think you are large, extra. I can bring that one for you, okay? Medium is too much for the shirt, okay? I'm like, what? Yo, everything. There's a point where there's a jacket I wanted to buy. I was like, yeah, could I get this? He's like, oh no, this one for your skin tone is not great. No, you have to think about what is complementary for the colors inside the fabric and also inside your face, okay? This one is not the best. I was like, yo, I already own something like this. He's like, and you are wearing it? Well, not anymore. He's like, no, you can wear it if you want. No, c'est tranquille, go ahead. I was like, no, you threaten me now. They you know what, it's just different. A friend said to me, was like, dude, the French are assholes, right? I was like, no, I don't think that they're assholes. I think they're just very honest, right? And a lot of the time, it's hard to tell the difference between the two. Because one day I was speaking to a French woman and I worked up the courage to ask her. I said, hey, why are the French like this? And she said, what do you mean? I said, like when you're in like a store, you know, they seem very mean. She's like, oh no, they are not being mean, they are just being themselves, no? You know, maybe because you are used to coming in a country where people are, you know, they are so afraid that you're not going to tip them, that, you know, they are all on top of you. Can I help you? Can I help you? But in France, we are making sure that everybody is getting like a good salary, a good wage. So we are not, you know, so stressed about that, huh? You know, in America, it's like, oh, the customer is king, But in France, you know what we do to kings. So, you know, it's not the same here. The French don't play that game. Some of you may or may not know, I got a job. This is fantastic for me. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you very much. Yeah. That's how my grandmother put it, funny enough. I phoned my grandmother to tell her that I'd be working on The Daily Show, and she was really excited. She was like, "Ooh, Trevor, I'm so happy for you. Well done, you got a job." I said, no, Granny, I already had a job. And she's like, no, you didn't. Did you have an office? I said, no. She's like, then it wasn't a job. That's all she cares about. My mom was a bit better. I called her to tell her the news. And to give you a bit of a backstory, I've got two younger brothers. Right? One brother is 9 years younger than me, and then the youngest is 20 years younger than me, right? And so the youngest just became one of the student council members in his school, right? So he got onto the student council. So I phoned my mom to tell her my good news. I'm on the phone with her. I'm like, oh, Mom, I don't know if you heard, I'm going to be on The Daily Show. And she's like, oh, my baby, I'm so excited. Oh, praise Jesus, this is wonderful. Well done, baby. I'm so happy for you. And did you hear what happened to your brother? I'm like, no, what happened? She's like, oh, he's on the student council at his school. Oh, I'm so excited. Both my boys are doing big things in the world. I'm so happy. Oh. And I was like, yeah, some things are bigger than others. She's like, no, it's all the same. I was like, you say that, but I mean, you know. Come on, you know. She's like, okay, fine. You were never student council, so let's cheer for you. You're like, what? Such a fun sound. Sound of happiness. The sound of white happiness in particular. Yeah. I've tracked it. I've searched for the source of woohoo and I found it originated with white people. Yeah. White woman in particular. Yeah. That's where it comes from. That is the sound of a white woman's turn up. That is the sound of her getting into the game. It's like, Tammy! Woohoo! And that's when you know it's on. Yeah, because everyone else learned it from white women. That's where it came from. You know, it spread through society like a virus. It's not the natural sound anybody else makes. White women make that sound instinctively, but everyone else has learned it. Like, white men were the first ones to learn it because for them it's sort of like a mating call. They know what it means. They have to reciprocate, like, woo! Whoa! But everyone else had to learn it. It's a natural sound for them, but for nobody else. Like black people woohoo, but it's not the natural sound black people make for fun. You know, black people can woohoo, black people often do woohoo, but it's not instinctively a black sound of happiness. And I think it's because black people are uncomfortable with the woohoo. Deep down inside, there's a certain moment in woohoo when every black person stops enjoying it. There's just a moment when, and maybe this is just my personal experiences, but I feel it sounds eerily similar to a police siren. There's just a moment where it stops being fun. It's just that split second where it's like, woohoo, woo, 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 woo. Like, put your hands in the air and keep them there. That's not the sound of happiness in my life. That's not. Although I guess that's why white people do it, because white people love calling the police. So they're probably like, woo! Oh my God, the cops are here! Party time! Come on in, I thought you'd never make it.
Jacob Zuma was supposed to be the craziest president South Africa ever had. It was the only reason I voted for him. It was just madness. And look at him, he's come in and he wears a tie and a suit. He stopped singing. He's got a cabinet that looks like they know what they're doing. He's going to fight corruption, and he even fired Manto Shabalala Msimang. I was expecting a madman, a crazy guy, someone who was just going to throw the country away. And look who I got, someone who's actually doing their job. I can't believe it. Once again, the ANC has failed to deliver. I wanted Jacob to be wild. I pictured this guy walking into Parliament 4 hours late, not even wearing a shirt, you know, his tummy hanging out, walking in there wearing a little plastic crown, busy singing to himself. Helen Zille and the other guys in Parliament losing it. Jacob, you're late. You can't just come here. You can't come 4 hours late. Hey, shut up, shut up. Hey, shut up. Hey, late for who? Late for who? Late for who? It's my time now. Hey, shut up, when. Yeah. Thought he was going to be crazy, you know? Helen and them fighting with him. No, Jacob, you can't just run this place the way you want. Jacob getting angry, whipping his penis out, hitting on the forehead. Pa! No, because I mean, it's not so. It's not so. It just makes that sound. You're like, you know, like that. It's not. And I mean, like, what are you gonna do if someone does that to you? Like, what are you gonna go to the police? Like, what do you do? What do you tell them? I mean, is it assault or is it sexual harassment? How does it work? You know, you never know. I mean, what do you even say at the police station? Can you imagine walking in there and them asking you that question? You'd be there, and then who hit you? Who? With what? On your head. Just tell this guy, tell him what happened. Tell him. I'm not laughing. Hey? Yeah. Either you are very short or he's very gifted, eh?
But I've realized Americans have a very strange perception of Africa. I don't blame you guys though, you know. It's because of the images that you fed on TV, you know, the stuff that you see of us.
You just get all these UNICEF ads, you know? Those infomercials, those are horrible. That's all I've seen of home, you know? Because you've got these people and they're really gaunt and they're skinny and they're just like, you know, and they've got the kwashiko and everything and they just look as horrible as possible. They just get there and, you know, they're shooting this. And then Penelope Cruz will start talking as the woman's holding her starving baby in her arms and they'll come in and be like, every year, more than 5 million children are starving in Africa. You can make a difference if you donate $10 a month. You can donate a family's life. And you can change everything. Look at this child. And they show you the kid and, you know, and they go in there. And I understand this is a painful thing, I understand. But I just don't understand the small elements. Why do they include that, you know? Why is it that in every single one of these infomercials, why do they always have to have these people with the fly? What is up with that fly? I don't understand it. What is going on with the fly? There's always the flies. And it's not just the flies in the shot. It's not just the shot. It's not just the flies there, but they've got the flies and they sit in a very specific place. They always sit on their mouth, like always on the top lip. It's always on the top. How do they get the fly? I've tried. It's very difficult to get a fly to sit on your top lip. How do they achieve this goal? I'm sitting there watching this, you know, and they always get it. It's almost like they don't shoot without the fly now. It's like, you know, it's like the flies become the watermark of a starving African. It's like a trained fly. Is this one of your Disney flies? Is it one of those? Come on, boy. Get in there, and stay. Okay, we're ready, and action. Every year, more than 5 million children are starving. You can make a difference if you donate $100. It's just madness. What is it? And it angers me. It really does. I understand. There's people starving. Yes, there are people starving in Africa. I do understand this. There are people starving. But I don't understand why they need to make us look that bad. And yes, I will say it. They do make us look bad. They make the whole of Africa look bad. They make me look bad, and they make me angry. Because I grew up in a black family in Africa. And no matter how poor we were, no matter how hungry we were, no matter what, we could still